Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And for those of you that have been paying attention, perhaps you've noticed that we have occasionally been putting out videos that have to do with Heartland Rock. That thing that happened in the 70s and 80s where you had these singer-songwriters writing about their hometowns, about maybe trying to escape the hometown. The songs we've looked at so far in that regard are Jack and Diane by John Cougar Mellencamp and Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen. Well, today we're going to take a look at Steve Earle and his song Someday, which came off his Guitar Town album from 1986. It was actually his very first album. Sean Colvin did a cover of it. He is a singer-songwriter, and this is his song alone. It made it to number 28 on the Hot Country Songs chart. There is a video for it, so we're going to look at the video today. And actually later on in another video, we're going to take a look at another modern artist covering this song. Stay tuned for that. But today, we're going to take a look at Someday. So Adrian, do you have any thoughts ahead before we look at this?
Well, I'm just looking forward to hearing this. I don't think I've heard the song before. It doesn't sound familiar, the title.
Well, he is more in the country realm. I mean, he did have some mainstream success as well, but he's mostly been considered a country artist. Now, that said, he's also a massive fan and contemporary of Townes Van Zandt. And Steve Earle actually these days champions Townes because Townes is no longer around to talk about his own music. I don't actually have a lot of direct experience with Steve Earle, so this will be educational for me as well, even though I do believe I've heard the song before. All right, let's check it out. We'll discuss afterwards.
All righty.
There ain't a lot that you can do in this town. You drive down to the lake and then you turn back around. You go to school and you learn to read and write, so you can walk into the county bank, sign away your life. Now I work at the filling station on the interstate. I'm pumping gasoline and counting out a state place. They ask me how far into Memphis, son, where's the nearest beer? And they don't even know that there's a town around here. Someday I'm finally gonna let go, 'cause I know there's a better way. I wanna know what's over that rainbow. I'm gonna get out of here someday. Someday. Now my brother went to college 'cause he played football. Well, I'm still hanging around 'cause I'm a little bit small. Well, I got me a 67 Chevy, she's low and sleek and black. Someday I'll put her on that interstate and never look back. Someday I'm finally gonna let go, 'cause I know there's a better way. I wanna know what's over that rainbow. I wanna get out of here someday. I'm gonna get out of here someday.
to cut out of the small town and hit the big city, man.
Yeah. Just like Thunder Road.
Yeah.
Just like Jack and Diane in a way. But yeah, it's definitely a song about, here I am filling up cars, not really going anywhere. What am I doing? What are you going to do with your life? I want to rock, of course, so that was the kind of the underlying message of all these songs in a way. So
I think the lyrics indicate most people who leave the town do so by miracle. My brother went to college because he played football, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Got an opportunity, to get out of small town USA.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it was, and I know in Jack and Diane, the whole thing was Jack was going to be a football star. And then Diane was just going to be with him. It's all kind of the same topic for all of these songs, which I find fascinating, that it keeps coming up and that it keeps being kind of this style of music, Like, granted, this had a little bit more of a country bent to it, but it was still pretty solidly in heartland rock, if you ask me. I mean, it's kind of the same type of thing. Even John Mellencamp, his stuff a little bit just kind of skirts on the country side, just ever so slightly.
A little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
There you go. Yeah, so Steve Earle, he's pretty fascinating. I mean, I've heard about him so much, especially because he shows up on a lot of Townes Van Zandt documentaries, about that subject in general. Like I say, he's a real champion for Townes, who I think passed in 1996. I think anybody who knows Steve Earle is likely to know Townes. I think that this song really kind of encapsulates the whole idea of the Heartland thing. I need to learn more, though, about Steve Earle in general. So perhaps our audience can help with that a little bit. For those of you that actually do know Steve Earle, if you have other things that you think we ought to look at, tell us about it. But in the meantime, why don't you let us know about your whole experience with Steve Earle, and maybe your whole experience with the concept of Heartland rock, if you ever saw Springsteen, if you ever saw Mellencamp, if there are other artists that you would put into that same kind of bucket, writing songs about small towns and wanting to get out, that kind of a thing. We'd just be interested to know about it. Boston never had a huge country music scene like so many other parts of the country do. So we kind of missed out there. But just in general, what can you talk about in regards to this topic and to Steve Earle and any other songs you think we might want to listen to by Steve Earle in particular, too? We'd be really interested. So if you could give your thoughts and any of those details below, we would appreciate that. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us today. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See you all later.